Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Monday morning, bright and early. So we had quite the event. Hi, Samantha. We had quite the event yesterday. There were quite a few people here. I know everybody was in and out of streams all weekend. We were working on this one here, our little mushroom house. We did pretty good, I think, so far. So we have a couple things that we could do today. I know I talked about yesterday that we keep working on this, but I also have another work in progress. I didn't know if you want to take part a little bit. So I've colored her, but I have plans for a background that I want to do for her, and I wanted to use some Pebbles chalks. Debbie McLaughlin says, good morning, everybody. I'm popping in now, but have to step out for a few to get blood work. We'll be right back. Sounds good, Debbie. But anyway, I had an idea for some Pebbles chalks that I wanted to use on the background here. So I didn't know if you all wanted to see that or if you want to continue the mushroom house today. Honestly, I doubt that the background would take us the whole time. So let's make sure that's nice and in focus. So I thought we could do maybe a little bit of both. So what we might do is maybe work on this while we wait for everyone to arrive. The only downside about this one is that I really don't want to take the pages out of this book. Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit more. And so it can't be as exactly centered as I'd like, but it'll work. It'll work. Let's see if my autofocus is going to work today. Ha, it did. I forgot to take off that little box, but oh well. Oh well. All right, so yeah, I think while we wait for everyone to arrive, let's go ahead and grab our chalks here. This book is beautiful though, and so this is like, you know, I have a couple copies of the Johanna books and everything, but this one took forever to get. I'm not gonna lie, I was legitimately nervous about messing these pages up. Okay, I'm gonna grab my little tool here to grab my little palms. But yeah, I mean, I don't just jump right into backgrounds usually, so I wanted to maybe give that an option today. Let me see if I can find my little tool that I use with it. It grabs the little pom-poms so they are easier to use. But we may just use our hands instead because I am not seeing it right away. We're gonna check one more place here. Let's see. Aha! Think I found it? Well, I thought I was there. It was there. No, we'll just use our hands. I thought I had it in that box. I haven't used these in a while, which is why I kind of wanted to use them. But we shall see. It'll be a good kind of warm-up activity this morning. Oh, I found it. Ha-ha. There we go. All right, we're also going to use our circle maker. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to use this circle here, all right? And then we've got our handy little tool. These are our Pebbles chalks here. So we're gonna use these to make ourselves a little background. Let's see, let's do, what colors do I wanna use? We're definitely gonna start with some pinks here. Okay, so I've got it gripped in this. Hi, good morning, Tanya. Got it gripped in this little thing here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out, let's see, do we wanna do pink? It might clash with her hair. And maybe let's start with light blue, okay? I'm gonna grab a different one here. Let's see. Yeah, that would be good. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, good morning. All right, so we're gonna rub it on our light blue here. Okay, I want to make sure I got plenty of it on there. I know it's hard to see because it was blue already, but you'll see it here in a second. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our circle maker. Okay. Just going to lightly... Just really hoping I'm not going to fudge up this whole thing. I probably should have taken a picture of it before I started doing this. Sounds good, Callie. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, one of the things you can do, and I'm hoping that this will work well with this paper. You know, actually, I'm going to go to the back here and test it real quick. Yeah, okay, it works well. Sometimes these will leave like a little residue. You can always dab your circles with a little bit of the kneaded eraser if it comes out too dark. Okay, so we're going to add another blue in here. There we go. We'll add a little bit of blue back in there. All right, a little bit of blue here. Thanks, Kelly. Sometimes it's easier, rather than just blowing through a whole pencil, to use the pastels to fill it in. And I know a lot are using those pan pastels, but I do not have the pan pastels. So we are using our Pebbles chalks. But if anybody watches, they know that I like the circle backgrounds, so. But I was working on this one late last night, and I was like, you know what? We can make this an option for today. I wanted to see how much more I could do on it, you know? Okay, a little bit more blue. Hi, Mona. Good morning. Here we go. And then I'll probably erase what I end up getting on the other page. Here we go. Well, we are just getting started here. This was one of my work in progresses, and I figure while we wait for everyone to arrive, we could work on this for a little bit. And then we can jump on over to our little mushy hut. Okay. Go wipe off the back of that there so I'm not adding too many smudges. Go. And one more blue one down here, and then we're going to switch to another color. Okay. And maybe one more over here, just a little bit more blue. All right. So there's that blue. Now let's go ahead and use... Let's see, what do we want to use? We definitely got a lot of orange and blue going on. Let's use a little bit of orange, but we'll go real light on the orange. Okay, so we're going to grab a different little puff here. And let's see, how bright is that? It's pretty bright. I want it a bit more subtle. Maybe we'll do the lighter orange. Hopefully this won't be too bright. Let's see. That's not quite what I want. Hi, Tanya. So this is the little gripper tool that came with the Pebbles chalks. Yes, exactly, Kelly, exactly. But yeah, these are the classic chalks, 30 basic bright shades. It's just like the main basic kind of set of the Pebbles chalks. And then this came with it, and it sat here. I will tell you though, like my little metal piece kept coming out, and I didn't like that, so I actually super glued my metal piece in here. Good morning, Shannon. We're gonna pick up some of that chalk there. I did not really like that color. I think Kelly is right. I think that pink might be the way to go. So we're gonna grab our little tool here. But it's a great way to hold on to the little puff because it's so small. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay. Hello, Lucy. Good morning, good morning. Here we go. Get a little bit more of that pink. And I'm using the lightest pink in this set. It's this one right here. It's that one there. Okay. There we go. My pan pastels are arriving today. I'm so excited to learn how to use them. Oh, awesome. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Yeah, I was really excited to color a page from this, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity. And I finished her late last night, and I'm like, oh man, what can I do for the background? I didn't want to just leave it empty. So I thought that the Pebbles chalks would be a good opportunity, because I used the Black Widow pencils for this, and I honestly just didn't want to blow through my pencils for a background. So chalks, pastels are always a great way to do, you know, fill in a large background that you are working on. We're going to add a little bit more pink to this one. There we go. And this is supposed to be, as you can see on the other side of the page, it has the storyline. So the hotel concert. So for any of you that are curious, this is an Anne of Green Gables book. And so it has this paragraph here. I don't know if you guys want me to read it. I don't know. You want me to read it? Put on story time voice. If you want me to read it, let me know. Otherwise, I don't want to bore everyone. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I wonder if I have a command for this. Did I do a command? I don't know if I turn Nightbot on too. Let's see. Let's make sure we got Nightbot on. Because sometimes if I don't open it up, it won't be on. Let's see. Well, I didn't put it under chalks. I don't have a link for it. Interesting. Okay, well, Nightbot's on anyway now. Oh gosh, I switched streams. I switched scenes. Oh. Kelly, you can type !Anne in chat. There you go. !Anne, and that'll give you the link to the Etsy shop where I got it. It does take a little while to arrive because it came all the way from Korea, but I absolutely love it. Well, as soon as Nightbot answers here. But the illustrator is called Yalza, also known as Jin Kyung Young is her name. There we go. There's the Etsy shop. It's Monday. I know, right? Exactly. Well, honestly, I haven't used these in ages, so it's not surprising to me that I don't have a command up for it yet. I'll have to remember to make one after stream. Okay. Gonna add this little bit here. All right, let's see. I think we might be about ready for another color. Ooh, here we go. Here's a good one. All right, we're gonna take this little palm. We're switching palms here. And we are gonna add a little bit of purple, actually. We're gonna use this middle color here. So this purple right up top, this light one. We're gonna test it a little bit in the corner to see just how dark it is. And I'm kind of occasionally wiping this off too, so I'm not leaving too many smudges of chalk on there. Okay. Oh yeah, that's just fine. And like I said, we're gonna erase what's here next to it when we're all done. There we go. We might have to throw some green in here too. Let's see. Wrong one, this one here. Hi, Annie. Good morning. We're just working on a little background on this page, and then here in a little bit, we're going to go ahead and work on our mushy house. Overlapping them a little bit here, which is just fine. Yeah, Annie, Pebbles chalks. So yeah, essentially pastels, but yeah, they're Pebbles chalks right there. If anybody's seen a lot of my stuff recently, I really like doing like circles for the background. Why? I don't know. I'm on a circle kick. Also, randomly, I just want to say I love how your little kitten has fitted in with your other two so well. It's been great seeing the pictures on Insta. Oh my goodness. She has fit in so well. And especially now that she's bigger, she can hold her own when her and Paul wrestle. But oh my goodness. Yeah, seriously. I have never met two cats that are so in love with each other. Like, it's like, oh, where's Annie and Paul? Oh, they're probably laying on top of each other. Like, it's hilarious. Yeah, she has become easily, you know, the older cat still kind of gets annoyed with them when they, you know, play, but that's because, you know, she's an old lady. She doesn't really want to be bothered by the young children running over her head and gnawing on her ears. So I think she's almost relieved that Paul now has a playmate. All right, we're gonna, oh, dropped it. Oh, these little palms are so teeny tiny. Yeah, but she is definitely fitting in very well. All right, we are gonna do this green here. Hi, Leah, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Leah was one of our winners of the giveaway we had yesterday. And those giveaways were so fun. I should really do them more often. Now that I got the Etsy shop up and running, it's a great, easy way for me to hand out prizes. Here we go, a little bit of green here. Let's see, we're gonna do some green here. I'm trying to do it a little bit lighter so that they're all about the same level of brightness. Green here. Yes, Annie, it's a circle maker. So if you type ! circle maker, if I could spell, that'll bring you the link up to where you need to find it. It's super handy. I use it all the time. I've actually had it for years. I got it when I was in college, and I had like a 2D design class, so it was a lot of illustration, and we use this all the time. So it's got the stencil, and then this spins here so you can make bigger circles, and then of course here, and you can do your measurements there. But yeah, it's super, super handy. I like it quite a bit. See, and doing green circles just makes sense with her red hair, which I was actually pretty pleased how it turned out. You know, I always have a vision in mind, but whether or not that ends up how my vision is, that's a whole other story. Oh, yes, most definitely. Now, I will say that when you get to using these dots and spinning, it is a little bit harder because this wiggles just ever so slightly, but it's enough to maybe make it not match up exactly. But if you're making circles for here, so much easier. So much easier. So I suppose even like without this, you could get like a circle stencil too, but this one's nice and compact and well, you know, I'm closing in on 9K subscribers on Instagram. And when I hit 10K, it's going to be a pretty big deal. So I'm thinking I'll definitely need to do some sort of giveaway when I hit 10K. But I feel like it should be something more than just something digital, you know? So I've been trying to think about what I could do for the giveaway. You know, obviously I want to be able to do it internationally too, because we have a lot of international viewers. So, but I also want to be able to like send them a physical something, because I mean 10K is going to be amazing. Because at 10K I get the swipe up feature on Instagram, which I am just significantly excited about. Which may sound a little silly, but it's a really cool feature to have, and I cannot wait. Here, the giant milestone on YouTube is 30,000 subscribers, so I've got a little ways to go for that one. Well, these circles are turning out real nice. I like this. Okay, let's go ahead and do, I've got kind of like a teal, which I'm gonna do because we definitely use some teal in her dress. A coloring pack? Maybe. Maybe. See, if it was just in the US, I would say, good morning, Bella. I would say most definitely. But if I want it to include international, then it has to be something that's also cost effective. So I gotta think about it. In my head, I'm toying with, you know, because we'll have stickers by then. So, you know, maybe some stickers, maybe like a picture that I've colored, or something, or a signed illustration. You know, a small set of pencils is doable also. So I gotta think. Reddish pink color? Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, but we do have a pink here already. It's just really light. Maybe if I darken this a little bit. I don't know. Can you see the pink now? It's here. Yeah, so we've got some pink going on. It's just real light. But yeah, I think maybe we could add a little bit more pink. I think after this color, we'll add some more. Because my idea is I don't want to leave any white space. I want to make sure that there's enough to essentially cover the whole thing. Yeah, it's real light, but maybe there's a little bit of like an orangey color that I might go ahead and try and add again. But yeah, definitely bacon smudges. See, and this is why I need to make sure I'm picking up the pastel. Definitely some sort of giveaway at 10K, because that's just going to be, oh my gosh, so amazing. So amazing. I don't know, I guess I could add. Well, I mean, I guess pretty. I like books or pencils. I'm sure would be well received. And even if it was book and pencil, I suppose I could just do it directly through Amazon. I wouldn't necessarily need to get it and package it up. Of course, I'd want to put a personal note with it. I don't know. I gotta think. I got a little bit. I don't think we'll be getting, 10K overnight here. But, we're closing in. I think we're about 100 away from 9K. So it's something to start thinking about for sure. All right, let's see. How bright is this going to be? Oh, that's awesome. That could work. Yeah, I love that's. Let's see, Bella says that's the way you do bubbles. I thought you'd do a circle first and then pastel in. Yeah, for this one, it's just I'm just literally using the circle maker and filling it in with the pastel. If you wanted to really make it look like bubbles, you could like take your eraser. Like I have this mono eraser that's still small, and you could erase just a little portion of it to give it that reflection, and then maybe take a little pencil or even a little bit of extra pastel and like darken one side. If that makes sense. I would love to visit that house. That'd be awesome. All right, let's add a little bit of our orange here. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Perfect. Ah, Yvonne, yes, this is a brand new book. This is an Anna Green Gables book, and I love it. Good morning, Yvonne. Yeah, this is an Anna Green Gables book. It is by an illustrator called Yalza. You can find her on Etsy. It's Jin Kyung Young, but it doesn't sell from her store. So if you type !Anne, that will take you to the Etsy store that is selling it. Comes all the way from Korea, so it takes, oh, that's too bright, that's too bright. So it takes a little bit to arrive, but yeah, I love it. Super fun. So if you are a fan of Anna Green Gables, then this is the book for you. There we go. Put some orange here. Okay, let's see. Let's add some orange here. Anyway, I said we were going to work on the mushy hut, which we still are, but I was working on this late last night, and I just didn't quite get to finish it, and so I was just like, you know what? We'll work on this for just a little bit today, then we'll go to our mushy hut. Guys, people always like to see how to do backgrounds, right? They do. Yes, they do. However, test it on your paper first. Because, like, for instance, my personal printer paper, for some reason, does not receive the kneaded eraser very well. Like, the kneaded, it catches it, and it almost leaves, like, bits of the kneaded eraser. So, I would test it on a back page to make sure that it's not going to ruin your page. Wow, I just started watching Anne with an E. I love it so much, but have more books than I can handle, but it's so fun to watch you color. Oh, I'm so glad, Annette. Yeah, so I watched Anne with an E. It's a little bit darker, well, not darker, I guess more real, less romanticized, I suppose, than the original, like, Megan Follows one. I don't know. The Megan Follows version from the 80s is honestly a pretty hard act to follow. But I think it's an interesting take on it. It shows a different side of the book. Which I actually just started rereading the books. And I'm reminded of like a lot of little things that are different. So like, for instance, the dress that Matthew gives her is actually a brown dress. And in the movie with Megan Follows, they have her getting a blue dress. And they have Matthew buying it from the store, but in the book, Rachel Lind is the one who makes her the dress. I thought that was interesting. There's so many things, you know, that I remember more of the movie than the book. And so then when I refreshed my memory, I was like, oh, right, that happened, you know? Hi, Brittany! I watched Anne with an E on Netflix sometimes, but preferred the old series. Yeah, I can appreciate Anne with an E for what it is, but I definitely prefer the older one. I didn't know there was another series. Yeah, it's on. So Anne with an E is new, but see if you can find the Anne of Green Gables with Megan Follows is Anne. She's so good. Like, maybe it's just because I grew up with it and I just naturally love it, but definitely check it out. Let's see. This is where I'm going to try it. Megan Follows. Yes, the best. Exactly, Kelly. I wonder why they changed it. Annette, I'm going to guess that they changed it to change with the times. There's very much a women's movement running right now about, you know, consent and everything else. And Anne with an E covers a lot of difficult topics. I mean, they talk about a lot of different things. And I think as far as the description of Anne in the book, I think they make Anne with an E a bit more realistic, because they always talk about in the book how homely Anne is, when in reality in the show they try to make her fairly pretty. You know what I mean? She's not nearly as homely as the book describes, and that was a big thing, because the girl who plays Anne with an E isn't what you would call a traditional beauty, and so I think they were trying to mix it up a little bit and cater to the new demographic and of how life kind of is now and how much people are talking about different issues. See, when Anne talks about the mouse in the boy's pocket, I about died, right? Bye, Kelly. Thanks for stopping by. The books are always so much better. Yeah, exactly. I like it too. That's like Dorothy's Shoes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was on PBS. Morning, Patty. Okay, let's throw in a little bit of yellow, and then I think she might be done. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but I'm going to take a picture of it afterwards so you all can see it. And then we will jump in on working on our little mushy hut. I know I did a really brief flip through on stream yesterday, but would anybody like to see it now before we move on? If you want to, before we move on, I will do just a real quick flip through so you can see what else is in the book. That yellow is really bright. Like, really bright. Too bright, too bright, too bright.